Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you're tuning in via YouTube, welcome. If you're tuning in via Instagram, welcome, my loves. Okay. Patreon members, we're going to get into the extended, as usual, at the end of the video. We're doing your monthlies, okay, for November right now. These are really timeless. So whenever you click on this, if it resonates, you take what you need, you leave what you do not. Remember, you are not just responsible for mastering your zodiac sign. You are responsible for mastering all 12 aspects of the zodiac, because all 12 aspects of the zodiac make up aspects of yourself. Okay, so popping up for the first week, let's see what we got, y'all. You are going to have to ground yourself, okay, and you want to be the hunter, not the haunted. Okay, now and I say haunted, but the card really said hunted, right? And I did that purposely, all right? So all of the cards have been pre-shuffled and pre-pulled, okay? And we are going to break down exactly what you may need to pay attention to as you move throughout the month, okay? First week, they're asking you right off the bat to ground yourself. You got Earth Chakra popping up. This is grounding you to this physical realm, meditation, you know, music, yoga, something that brings you to a place where you can find your center and tap into your wholeness, okay, your truth, all right? You want to be the hunter, not the haunted or the hunted, okay? So you definitely don't want to allow past shit, past trauma, past people that may be circling back, okay, around this time to keep you in the place where you are. I really want to hear, like, I'm hearing like a roller coaster. Okay, if you pay attention to this owl, okay, and the sacred geometry around the owl, you also need to know the owl is one of the animals on this planet that can rotate their head 180 degrees, which means that they can see shit in the back of their head that you can't see, honey, okay? So if you ground yourself, you will be able to see things that you were not able to see. That is a message for the first week, okay? Now, energetically, you have a lot of intuitive energy going on, okay? You got the Princess of Swords energy. You are dealing with energy where you're going to have to tap into your heart and be honest with yourself. You got energy where promises may have been made but not delivered, and you are also going to have to take a look at to see where you played a role in a part of, I want to say this you know, what do they call these things? Not a formula. The problem. No. You know, what do they have a mathematical, okay, I can't remember, but you need to see what the word is at the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember the word that I'm saying. But the bottom line is you need to be able to find where you are the common denominator in situations, okay, and look at your role that you're playing, okay? There may have been some promises that was made that was not delivered. There's a lot of intuitive energy popping off on this first week, okay? Maybe even someone feeling a little bit hopeless, okay, with the King of Wands energy. The King of Wands energy is asking someone to step up and take responsibility and step up and take leadership. You've learned a lot, right? This is someone that has a vision and has a plan. But really, I kind of feel like for this first week, you're going to have to watch the woe is me pity party, okay? Especially if things are circling back from the past. You do not want your past to hunt you. You have a lot of intuitive energy popping off on the board and a lot of heart chakra energy popping off on the board in the first week. And we're going to break these cards down in the extension, okay? You are also dealing with energy in this first week of someone that's also maybe feeling a little down, a little depressed, a little unsure of where this is going, or unsure of if the past is going to put a damper on this thing. This is definitely maybe causing some hiccup in with maybe emotional blockage. Somebody may not truly be communicating about how they feel, or may feel disappointed, or you know, or maybe even in despair because they're not truly articulating how they feel, okay? Someone feels that they may have been very patient in this situation, but there may not have been any teamwork coming off on, you know, on your part, okay, or you could be feeling that way, all right? It kind of feels like there's loving energy in the atmosphere here with both parties, but it also feels like, I want to say the blame game. And it kind of feels like both people, or this, you know, both people may not have been ready, or both people are still in a place where they have some work to do, because of the way they're thinking. Instead of them thinking this is divine intervention and this is divine timing, both parties are feeling very, maybe even depressed about something, disappointed about something, right? This is why it's asking you in this first week that you do not want to you don't want to let your past keep you there. Don't be the hunter, not the haunted, honey. Or the hunted. Okay, I'm saying haunted because your past could haunt you, but the card actually says hunted. Okay. All right, so stepping into the second week, my wonderful Scorpios relationship. This is sacral chakra energy. We're talking with karmic patterns. We're talking with trust, right? We're talking about relationships here. We're talking about the change that needs to happen in relationships, okay? And you may need just to take the step. It's saying here, every journey begins with a single step. You do not need to have everything figured out, my wonderful Scorpios. I know that we are glutton for having everything down to a T and knowing all of the details because we're very fixed in energy and we want to know how things are going to play out and we want to know all of that. And that might not be how this week is going to unfold. You may just have to do one moment at a time, one step at a time as you unpack in this week with energy, okay? Just know that as you're moving throughout the week, the dominant energy that you are really dealing with is root chakra energy. Root chakra energy deals with family. It deals with money, okay? It deals with you, what's on your mind, what's troubling you. It deals with your sexual energy, which is your creative energy, okay? So, by the second week, you got a lot of root chakra energy popping off here. But some of you are in a place right now, my wonderful Scorpios, where you're willing to accept things, right? You're willing to accept things. You're willing to accept things and take responsibility. Things are going to be moving very quickly for you, maybe having to take action by the second week of November, okay? Or feeling like you need to take action or having to take action for some things that you need to get in alignment, maybe even around finances, okay? So you need to know that you may have to physically do some things around finances or take some action towards things that you may not have necessarily been putting in the work towards, okay? And part of that is taking responsibility, okay? Accepting things and taking responsibility. Now, the energy that you are interacting with by the second week, however, this could be someone with very high highs and lows. This could also be someone that may be fearing the change. Maybe even a little bit unrealistic about how things are supposed to unfold. This person could be going through a bit of an overwhelming situation, and this could be why you need to make movement and take action so quickly. Yeah. You've made an investment and you may be calling in for a return on your investment, but accepting that, you're taking responsibility and accepting things. And this may be causing someone some high highs and some low lows because they're having to deal with things. They're definitely afraid of what's to come. And they may be a little bit moody about this energy. So this moody energy that you may need to pay attention to in your relationships around the second week, okay? One day at a time. Somebody got their bags packed, so somebody could be moving towards you, away from you, based on this second week. We will clarify this in the extended, okay? Yeah. One step at a time. Somebody could feel happy now and were depressed, yeah, because now you're back in their life. We're going to clarify this. Something is going on by the second week that we're going to clarify. All right, but what you do need to know in the second week is you will have to deal with relationships and the changes that's happening within those relationships, okay? You are going to have to take responsibility of some things, okay, and some action. You could be dealing with somebody that's a little unrealistic about the changes that needs to be made, and they have high highs and low lows, and they're also afraid of the change and maybe being a little unrealistic about how all of that change is supposed to unfold, okay? By the third week in, they're asking you to trust your intuition and tap into your psychic development. That means that you can be communicating with source. This is perceptive energy. This is third eye chakra energy. How you see a thing is very important, because how you see a thing also governs how you might experience that thing. Okay, so not only are they asking you to trust your intuition by the third week, you're also being asked to tap in. Hi, sweetie. You're also being asked to tap into that inner trust. Okay, you want to trust yourself. A lot of intuitive energies popping off on this third week for you. You will have to make some type of decision here on the third week, especially pertaining to whether or not you're going to sit in the place of there's something emotionally around money that you may need to have to pay attention to on the third week. There's some type of a decision around money that you're going to have to pay attention to on the third week. I kind of feel like, don't rebel though. Trust your intuition on this, and we're going to clarify this, because whatever decision that you make in the third week, you need to do things differently. That's the major thing, because the way you've been doing things is not working. Okay, and this is around money and maybe even career that you may need to be mindful on the third week. Yep, it's right here. Yep. Whatever codependencies you may have around money, or fears that you may have around money on the third week, okay? There's energy coming in. And this energy could be very assertive or very aggressive, because there are going to have to be some changes made. So there's, it feels like by the third week, there's energy that you are going to be interacting with or approaching with that's going to help with some codependencies. There's a breakage of codependency. So if someone was codependent on you, you can see some of that being broken up. If you were codependent on someone, you can see some of that broken up. But you're going to have to trust, use your perception in the third week, okay? You're going to have to trust yourself in the third week and use your perception, honey. That's going to be key. A lot of intuition is popping off in the third week. So you are a water sign. You're very intuitive. You're very able to go to the depths of things. This is a week to do so. This third week is the week to do the work and go to the depths of things, so you can gain a greater understanding before you make certain moves or decisions, okay? By the fourth week, soul's healing is popping up, and this is your soul star chakra. This is the chakra right above your crown chakra. So we're talking about pure communication with source, with the cosmos, the ethereal realm, the akashic field, okay? Now, let me just even say this to you. If you can think about the soul star chakra as like the umbilical cord that keeps you connected between this earthly realm and the spiritual realm. I'm just doing this, and I kind of feel like I interrupted. Like, oh my gosh, yeah. I just did that, and I feel like the heat and tingling sensation all over my head right now. Shit is crazy. But real, and it feels amazing. Okay, so soul healing is popping out. That means that you're going to be experiencing some deep level soul healing this week, or you could be invoking deep soul healing for someone this week, okay? It's asking you to be in the world, but not of the world this week, which you need to understand your sovereignty this week, okay? People is always going to have some shit to say, especially if they're not doing anything for themselves. So just don't get caught up in the naysayers, the haters, the liars. You don't want to get caught up in that energy this week. You have lots of healing popping off this week, okay? You do need, I do feel like there is going, okay, we're going to clarify. Some changes are going to unfold by the end of the month. Okay, you got energy where you could be ending something, especially where love is concerned, and maybe paying attention to your options. Okay. Yep, this is probably where the healing is coming in, because you're interacting with energy where someone wants to walk away from being impatient. There's forgiveness and acceptance from the board. There's forgiveness and acceptance on the board from all of the conflict and the strife. Someone may be coming in with an apology, or you may be giving you may be the one granting an apology, right? Towards the end of this month. If you start off the month grounding yourself and really not getting caught up in your feelings, by the end of the month, you will gain an apology. If you don't get caught up in your feelings, and if you don't get in your own way, everything is going to unfold the way that it's supposed to unfold by the end of the month. Somebody wants to apologize and take responsibility for the things that they've done. Okay. All right. One of the cards that jumped out for you. Ooh, shock of the new. Boom, baby. Didn't I say that? And this is what I feel like it is. I feel like this, whatever this is going to be different, Scorpios. Shock of the new, honey. Shock of the new. That's what I might title your video, is Shock of the New, for my wonderful Scorpios. Y'all got a lot of newness popping off. I was talking to my niece Pooh today, and she was telling me she got to put me in TikTok, y'all, because the way I be seasoning the meat just don't sound right. It don't sound right. It don't sound normal. So, so shock of the new, y'all. Like, get acquainted with all the energies around you, okay? You're ending off the month. You're ending off the month with some beautiful, beautiful energy, okay? So you want to know that your soul's healing is coming into place. You got shock of the new coming in, and you're going to have options, okay? So you're going to want to tap into that. So if you were tuning in via Instagram, I appreciate you. If you were tuning in via YouTube, I also appreciate you, okay? If you're tuning in via Patreon, stay tuned, because we are going to unpack the cards, my lovelies, okay? So you guys are going to be able to get a wonderful breakdown of the cards, okay? So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. We're in retrograde, so y'all gonna have to excuse me. I appreciate y'all. Embrace and celebrate yourself. Begin the month by grounding yourself so you can get a shock of the new, okay? Don't get caught up in your feelings. You want to definitely be the owl this month and see all aspects of things, okay? All right? So I love you guys. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Honor yourself. And I'm going to see you guys over on Patreon, my loves.